Ludus, Vulpes.
Welcome to Ludus Vulpes. My name's Kirsty, and today I'm at Essen Spiel with Roberto from Aries Games.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Great to see you.
Hello.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us on what is an extremely busy day for you, day one. So you just had the games delivered this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Just this morning the games were delivered. So customs, they're not ideal, but yeah. So in front of us, we've got a game called Inkognito.
Yes.
Do you want to just very quickly, roughly give us a run through of like the 100-year anniversary and why this one means so much?
Yeah, so this is a classic game which was first published in the 80s by MB. It's a game by Leo Colovini and Alex Randolph. This has been out of print for several years, and we decided to bring it back this year because it's a great game. Of course, it was a pity it was not on the market, and also because this year is a little bit special, being the 100-year anniversary of Alex Randolph's birth. Alex Randolph is a giant of game design history, and in Italy, but also in other countries, because Alex is an American, but who lived in Venice lived in a lot of countries during his life. He was a really citizen of the world. And he lived in Venice for many, many years. And in Venice, he actually established a group of gaming authors, gaming designers who are still producing games to these days, the Studio Jockey. And so it's called like the father of the profession of game designer, because he fought a lot to establish the figure of the game designer as a proper author, insisting that game designers should be credited on game boxes. So he's a very important figure for everybody involved professionally with games.
Brilliant.
Now we take more or less for granted that the game designer, the game author is important, but it wasn't the case 60 years ago, 50 years ago, when Alex started to work. And Inkognito is set in Venice, with all these masked figures going around. The time period is a little bit, say, undefined, so there is a little bit of mystery. So it might be the early 20th century, or might be some weird future. We don't really know. What we know is that there are spies all around, and the 4 players are all spies. The problem is the way they got in the city, they don't really know who their partner is. So there are actually 2 teams, but you don't know which of the other players is your teammate. The game is a hidden roles and bluffing and deduction game. So you have to move around the city and trying to gather clues about the identity of the other players. This device is used to roll for movement, essentially, with the different balls will give you different ways to move around, so that you are a little bit limited in the way you can move your pawns around the cities. You want to meet up with the other players' pawns to exchange clues. And of course, the clues that you exchange can be either true or false. Every time you exchange clues, you exchange 2 clues. One of them is true, one of them is false. So it's up to you to collect the clue to understand which one is which. Once you figure out through the clues which of the other players is your teammate, then you must find a way to communicate with each other your mission, essentially. So once you match the 2 mission cards that the 2 players got, then you know what the mission is, and you have to try to achieve it. So the first team to complete their mission wins. But to complete the mission, first you must understand who your teammate is, and then you must figure out what your mission is. So it's
looks so good. It's such a beautiful board as well. It's really nice, and it's been quite popular. When we're waiting to do the interview, lots of big copies have been selling. So I know we'll be picking up a copy as well.
Yes, yes, it has been pre-released here, the new version, and it is one of the games that we were scared that they wouldn't arrive because they were delivered just this morning.
No, that's good, that's good. So I'm going to quickly swap places with Phil a minute, because he's just has got 1 or 2 questions that some of the viewers have asked us to mention to you. So, oh, you're going to come down? Okay.
I'm going to get that Lord of the Rings sign just there in the background as well, Roberto.
So, here you go.
So when we did our last video with you, which was fantastic, the presentation was just brilliant.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. It's just so nice to hear about board game history, where things come from, and your passion for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sure.
There were a few questions, nothing really, I don't think, particularly surprising. A lot of people talking about the next expansion for War of the Ring, the board game. Do you have any update on when that might be released?
I'm always scared to give a date and then to be, to disappoint everybody. I must say that it's now that the card game is out, that's really our top priority to get it out. So for sure, next year, I won't say the month right now, but for sure next year, or you want to see me again at Essen Spiel 2023, because probably I've been fired.
You'll have one of these masks on.
Yeah. So that nobody recognizes me. So.
And then the other one was Battle of the Five Armies, and people asking for an expansion for Battle of the Five Armies. But I think you said that maybe with Battle of the Five Armies and with War of the Ring, you felt like they were pretty much close to finish at that point.
I must say it's not in the development schedule yet, so it's nothing certain. What we really want to do is as a first step in that line, say, of more tactical battle game, would like to surely to bring back the Minas Tirith battle and the Rohan battle that were released for first edition. So there are new battles to play with similar rules to Battle of Avalon. That's something that we definitely want to do, but I don't have a release date yet.
No time. No time.
I want to give it time.
Roberto, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.